Hello, good evening, ladies and gents. This is your host, Club Brother, the Club that was Sports Sport live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gents, I'll tell you guys about the fact that Kristaps Porzingis got ejected last night for being an escalator. That was the second technical foul, by the way, due to the fact that he was being an escalator. That is, by the way, he said, and he goes and he says, to Marcus Morris Senior Jr., don't touch my guy, Luka Doncic, and then for some reason the refs they eject him. It's ridiculous. I'll get you guys that just for sure. I'll get you guys to the fact that Mike Conley could return for Game 3 after his wife gave birth to their son Elijah. I'll tell you guys about it for sure. Gordon Hayward being out 4 weeks due to a sprained ankle. The Hornets broadcaster being suspended indefinitely for using a mistyped racial slur that he shouldn't have used at all in a tweet regarding the Nuggets and Jazz game. I'll talk to you guys about the fact that there were the arrest of two individuals responsible for the murder of Jam Master Jay of Run DMC. I'll tell you guys about that for sure. I'll tell you guys also about the fact that two Rangers individuals, Texas Rangers individuals, were suspended. By the way, I'll tell you guys about that for sure. And MJ, that is, MJ's dad being deceased. And 3, one of the guys that actually was responsible, was actually convicted of murdering MJ's dad, James Jr. or James Sr. That is, he's gonna be, he was on parole. He pled guilty, and he's gonna be set free August 6, 2023. I'll tell you that. Tell you guys about that for sure. And I'll tell you guys about the fact and the birthday wishes out to them, and the birthday wishes I'll be addressing. So that is that's pretty much all I will have for today, everybody. On that note, so yeah, that will do it right there, folks. I'm gonna start things off with the fact that Kristaps Porzingis, he got ejected for being an escalator. By the way, so start when Marcus Morris was putting his hands on Luka Doncic, shoving him, and then next thing you know it, Kristaps Porzingis comes right in and gets a second technical foul, trying to inject himself in there, and then he gets a second technical foul for that, and then gets ejected. Are you kidding me? I mean, look, that cost the Clippers. That cost the Clippers. That cost the Mavericks the game, and as a result of that, Clippers they just beat the Mavericks 118-110. I mean, Kawhi Leonard had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and even three steals in that game. We had Luka Doncic, he had 42 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, and 11 turnovers. But really, I mean, the Mavericks, they had that game won, and then next thing you know it, Clips just turned it around when that ejection caused Kristaps Porzingis to get technical foul. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's just uncalled for. Really? So the Mavericks, they were cheated out of that game. They were robbed of that game, and those refs, they need to be checked out. They need to they should just overturn that. That's ridiculous. So I'm not sure how game 2 is going to turn out, but hopefully they get together, because that just didn't sit well with anybody. I can tell you that right now. It didn't sit with LeBron James during the Whisker and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it's not right. Chris Porzingis, all he had to do is just say, don't touch my guy, and then he gets ejected for that. It's ridiculous. How do you get rejected when you try to cover your guy, Luka Doncic? How? That shouldn't happen to Kristaps Porzingis. That shouldn't happen to anybody. Those refs need to be checked out. They need to be released for that. That's uncalled for. It's It's a bogus call, blatant call. It's just ridiculous. So no one took on that. I can tell you that nobody did. No one did. So that's all there is to it. Clippers did in fact beat the Mavericks 118-110. By the way, last night. So that's all there is to it, just for that. Another thing I want to get down to, by the way, that Gordon Hayward's gonna be out 4 weeks due to a sprained ankle that he sustained. So not looking good right there. And hopefully he recovers, and hopefully may or may not be needing surgery. So he's gonna be out once again. And Gordon Hayward's gonna be out 4 weeks from a sprained ankle that he's had. So not looking good there. Hopefully he gets well. Hopefully, I wish him speedy recovery. Hopefully he recovers from that, and hopefully he'll be back less 100%. So That's all we'll have. So nothing more to it, by the way, everybody. Nothing more to that. Others I want to address, by the way. John Bones Jones has vacated the UFC light heavyweight title, by the way, and he wants a heavyweight bout, even though, the light heavyweight title's up for grabs, by the way. So that's best news yet. He's vacating for no reason. Like, it's just ridiculous. So he wants to be heavyweight. So that's all there is. So John Bones Jones, he vacated the UFC light heavyweight title, by the way, or light heavyweight title. So hopefully he just gets. Hopefully, everyone's gonna be jockeying for it. By the way, so obviously that is so with anybody. I can tell you that right now. So hopefully, he thinks what he's doing. So that didn't so with anybody. I can tell you that. I thought he was just gonna retire, but it says he wants a heavyweight title bout. It comes into question right there. So hopefully that may ensue there. So I'm not sure who's going to be. So that's all there is. So you can message down below for that. Others I want to get down to, by the way, that Reagan Howard, who's Alex Bregman's good girlfriend, she's gonna be going for Sports Illustrated Swimsuit magazine 2021. Congrats to her on that. Check the pics. Once she gets there, that's amazing news yet. So get credits due. Yeah, good credits due for that. So nothing more to that. Now, there's I want to point out here, by the way, that Charlotte Hornets radio broadcaster John Focke was suspended indefinitely for using a mistyped racial slur that he used in a deleted tweet about the Nuggets and Jazz playoff game, by the way, in Game 1. Focke would apologize for the deleted tweet. It says right here, earlier today I made a horrific error I made a horrific error attempting to tweet about the Jazz versus Nuggets game. I didn't know how I mistyped and no intention of using that word. I take full responsibility for my actions, sick to my stomach about it ever since, and I apologize that this occurred and apologize to anyone who I offended, by the way. So Charlotte Hornets radio broadcaster John Focke was suspended indefinitely for using a mistyped racial slur, by the way, in a tweet regarding the Nuggets and Jazz game, and that is so well with anybody. So that right there didn't surprise anyone, not one bit, and obviously not looking good there. So hopefully he gets together, because that's just uncalled for. Just something you just can't do. So that's all there is to just for now on that. So that's all there is to it. Also, some others I want to point out, by the way, that two baseball players, two Texas Rangers, and Texas Rangers player and Texas Rangers manager been suspended, by the way. Now Ian Gibbot has been suspended 3 games after Fernando Tatis Jr.'s grand slam, and Chris Woodward, who's the Texas Rangers manager, he's been suspended 1 game, resulting of Gibbot's actions, by the way. So that really didn't sit well with anybody. And Ian Gibbot, he just threw a pitch to Manny Machado. That's just ridiculous. So how did he get suspended for that? After a grand slam, Fernando Tatis Jr.'s grand slam. So that doesn't add up there. So hopefully, they get together, try to at least learn from the mistakes of what they really need to do right there. So no surprise to anybody, can tell you that. I also want to get down to, by the way, that Mike Conley could return for Game 3 after his wife gave birth to their son Elijah, by the way. So he may have to get quarantined. If he tests negative, then he should be back. So that right there will say it all, and hopefully keeps himself safe. So Mike Conley should be back for Game 3. So that right there should say it all right there. Nothing more to that. So all you need to know in that part, I can tell you that. So nothing more to be said there. And there's another I want to get down to, by the way, that one of the guys that was convicted of murdering MJ's father, James Sr., back in 93, the year I came around. I came around back in October 1993, by the way. So back in 93, and will be walk free back in 2023. One of the guys by the name of Larry DeMary pled guilty of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and conspiracy to commit robbery back in 96. DeMary will be released August 6, 2023. DeMary was granted parole, part of a mutual agreement parole program which is a scholastic and vocational program that has a three-way agreement between commission, divine division of prisons, and offenders, by the way, as well. So yeah. So if you guys remember that is James Senior, I'm sorry, Jordan James Senior was shot down back in '93, which is like I think in July that is, by the way. So yeah, these aren't surprising to anybody. I can tell you that. And honestly, I don't think people are satisfied about that for sure. So hopefully, things get straightened out for once. So this is at this. So James Senior was shut down back in July '93, and so right here that yeah, Larry DeMary, he's one of the guys that shot him though. By the way, it's to be released back in for he said to be released August 6, 2023. The state structures law eliminates parole for certain crimes committed on or before October 1st, 1994. DeMary was sentenced under previous guidelines, made him eligible for parole. So this really doesn't. This is going to be satisfying to anybody, and obviously, he's pretty much set for bail, I guess, for August 6, 2023. So not a good move there. Really not a good move there. Not looking good. So hopefully something gets straightened out. And, obviously, this is really no surprise to anybody. I can tell you that. And that's all there is to it, just for that, everybody, on that note. So that is all there is to it. You need to know, and that's all there is to it. Awesome other news, by the way, that two individuals that were responsible for the murder of Jim Master Jay, they have been arrested and charged. They were indicted on drug trafficking charges. Now, you guys remember that Jam Master Jay was shot down and killed back in 2002. This is 18 years ago. The two individuals that were allegedly charged were Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington. They were conspired to kill Jam Master Jay in a drug dispute, by the way. And basically, that this didn't sit well with anybody. I can tell you that. He was killed shortly after the group released its 2001 album Crown Royal, and the group disbanded after his death, by the way. Now, the indictment here alleges that Jam Master Jay was involved in transporting killing quantities of cocaine between 96 and 2002 alongside his music career. Now, July 2002, he got 10 kilograms of cocaine intended to be distributed by Washington, Jordan, and others. The indictment states, but a dispute between Washington and a co-conspirator led Jam Master Jay to tell Washington he would be cut out of the transaction. Washington and Jordan conspired to kill him. On October 30th, they entered Jam Master Jay's recording studio with firearms, and Jordan fatally shot Mizell in the head and shot another man in the leg, by the way. Now Jordan and Washington were charged with murder while engaged in narcotics trafficking and firearm-related murder. Now, Jordan faces 1 count of conspiracy and 7 counts of distribution of cocaine for alleged incidents in 2017. He got arrested and pleaded not guilty on Monday, yesterday, in a court appearance by teleconference. Now, Washington's in federal custody and will be arraigned at a later date. According to detention memo, he was convicted in 2007 of Hobbs Act robbery conspiracy stemming from a string of gunpoint robberies in New York City and Long Island. He got sentenced to 210 months in prison and is scheduled to be released in April of 2021. So this is a really rare case. You guys remember that Jam Master Jay, Run DMC, was shot down and killed by two individuals by the name of Carl Washington, by names of Reagan, Ronald Washington, and Carl Jordan Jr., by the way. These are the two individuals that were arrested and charged for the murder of late great Jam Master Jay, who was shot down back in 2002. This is 18 years ago. This is over a drug dispute, by the way. So, this is like 18 years in the making, by the way. I can tell you that. So this did say it all. So they announced this yesterday. So this is bone shattering news right there. So that's all you need to know, everybody, on that note. So once again, that the two individuals responsible for the death toll of Jam Master Jay back in 2002, named Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr., they were arrested and charged for the murder of Jam Master Jay over a drug dispute, by the way. And that's all there is you need to know. So that's all there's being said there. So that's all you need to know for that, everybody. So just for now. I just want to point out that Brian Ortega versus the Korean Zombie. The Korean Zombie will be happening UFC Fight Night October 17th. By the way, that's going to be the headline, the main event. Big surprise there. I will say that. And, well, that says it all. So you got another more to it. And also this, though, guys, by the way, that Canelo Alvarez versus Avril Yildirim for the super middleweight title will be happening for sure, by the way, everybody. That title's been left vacant, and that right there surprises everybody. So there's nothing more to that, and that's all there is. And that's all you need to know. So that's all there is you need to expect, and that's all there is to it. Another thing I want to point out, by the way, NHL legend and Winnipeg Jets legend, it's going to be Hockey Hall of Famer and Winnipeg Jets legend by name of Dale Hawerchuk has been deceased at 57 after he battled stomach cancer, by the way. I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to Dale Hawerchuk's son, all of his family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, all subscribers to this horrific loss of Dale Hawerchuk, by the way. And this is really sad news right there. And apparently this was sent well. So that's that right there is all you need to know just for now. And rest in peace, Dale Hawerchuk. Because he had tally 100 more points, 6 of his first 7 seasons. Number 1 overall pick in the 81 NHL draft. Jets franchise records for 929 points and 379 goals. And he played 17 seasons in the NHL. Some on the Buffalo Sabres at this time with the Jets ended 990. So this is really sad news, everybody. So see those brings out to them. This horrific tragedy, and that's all there is. So once again, everybody, Dale Hawerchuk's been deceased at 57 after his battle with stomach cancer. Son announced that, so that's sadness right there. So keep them in your prayers, everybody. Please keep them in your prayers, everybody. So that's all you got to do. Also, this though, guys, that Dylan White versus Alexander Povetkin is going to be taking place this Saturday. I think this Saturday for the WBC world title, by the way, everybody on that. So it is going to be happening by this, I think this Saturday, by the way. So Dylan White takes on Alexander Povetkin this Saturday. He could have been taking on one of the biggest bouts in Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, but it was Tyson Fury took on Deontay Wilder. So that is surprising news right there. So, that's matches happening as well, and that's all there is to it. So that is all that's being said. Just for now on that. So that's all you need to know. Now, another news. I want to say happy birthday wishes out to Master Killer, Edward Norton, Pablo Sanchez, Everlast, Christian Slater, Andy Samberg. Birthday wishes out to late great Robert Clemente. And and also Pablo Sanchez and Christian Slater. So send your birthday wishes out to them, all the family members. Birthday wishes, your birthday shout, your birthday tweet, your birthday comments down below. That's all you gotta do, everybody. So that's all that's being said. And well, does say it all right there. So you got nothing more to it. And that's all there is to it. Also, this though, guys. Marina Sharf, the sumo from Moldova, she made her huge debut at Raw Underground last night. I gotta tell you, she took out Brandy Lauren. Oh my goodness. Marina Shafir, I mean, Shayna Baszler, she was talking with both Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke backstage. And I gotta tell you, it was amazing. So I mean, yeah. So the four horsewomen of MMA are there, except Ronda Rousey. So Shayna Baszler, Marina Shafir, and Jessamine Duke were there last night. They were at Raw Underground too. But I gotta say, Raw Underground's been gaining some attention. I can tell you that. So everyone will love to see, the four horsewomen of WWE versus MMA's four horsewomen. That match could happen, and it could happen. But Marina Shafir, someone from Moldova, she made her shocking debut last night at Raw Underground. She took out Brandy Lauren. I gotta tell you right now, Marina Shafir, she don't disappoint. She had a good run in NXT, and I think it's safe to say that Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke's runs in NXT are over. And they're gonna be in the main roster for sure. I can tell you that right now. But my goodness, I will say this: that Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke. I mean, you may be looking at them as new women's tag team champs, and they may be next in line for the women's tag team titles. They had a good run in NXT. They may be going for those women's tag team titles instead. So if it comes down to Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, the supermodel from Moldova, taking on Bayley and Sasha Banks for the women's tag team titles at Payback, that could be one of the teams right there. I could tell you that could be one of the teams we're going to be looking at right there. Maybe it could be Asuka against Asuka and Io Shirai taking on Bayley and Sasha Banks for the women's tag team titles at Payback. So don't forget, guys, Payback's going to be after SummerSlam, a week from Sunday. Streaming live on the WWE Network, by the way. So SummerSlam's going to be on Sunday. The week after that, it's going to be Payback. So that's right there. I mean, could the new tag team be Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke? That'd be good. But I'd love to see Jessamine Duke, by the way, be on Raw. I mean, she was on Raw Underground along with Marina Shafir, who competed, and Shayna Baszler. So where was Ronda Rousey and all that? She had a good run. She was from Raw Women's Champ. First woman to hold a UFC Women's title and a Raw Women's title. Amazing news right there. And then she would lose that title last year WrestleMania to Becky Lynch, but epic news right there. Surprising, I will say that. But I do think it's obvious that it's very obvious that it's going to ensue, and a lot of people are expecting it. But I think it's safe to say that a lot of people have been expecting this. I mean, I think a lot of people have been expecting this for quite a while. WWE's four horsewomen versus MMA's four horsewomen. So Charlotte Flair's been gone for a week due to the fact she was injured by Nia Jax. Becky Lynch is pregnant and she's gonna have her baby due till December. And Ronda Rousey, she hasn't been seen since she lost to WrestleMania last year. And really, I would honestly love to see Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke, by the way, get a women's tag team title opportunity. I can tell you that. Because if it comes down to Shayna Baszler being the new Raw Women's Champion, or it comes down to, I mean, she did tap out Bayley last night on Monday Night Raw. But then Nia Jax sticks her nose in there where it doesn't belong. And really, Nia Jax, who was suspended indefinitely for actions against Pat Buck, who's a WWE official, by the way. So Nia Jax was suspended indefinitely without pay. But clearly, Nia Jax should be released. I mean, Nia Jax out of nowhere last night, she just broke the glass. She broke the plexiglass, smashed it, got suspended, and then she evades Raw Underground, taking out Marina Shafir. Are you kidding me? And then Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax at Raw Underground, but Nia Jax just runs away. This is ridiculous. Nia Jax should be released from WWE. That's what needs to happen. Nia Jax should be released from WWE. It's just uncalled for, you know? She had no business there. Just no business being there. It's ridiculous. So Nia Jax should be, released from WWE. If that happens by this week or next week, I'll let it see myself. I'll be surprised. Nia Jax, she doesn't belong in WWE no more. I can tell you that right now. She may be a former Raw Women's champ, but clearly, I'm looking at. I could be looking at. I hope Nia Jax is released from WWE. I hope that happens because her action last night say it all. And she raised Raw Underground. It's ridiculous. It's just uncalled for. It's just not right. Nia Jax should be released from WWE. She should be fired from WWE. I can tell you that. She should be released from WWE. I can tell you that right now. Hopefully that happens because nobody wants her. Nobody wants Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler, Marina Sharf, just minute. They don't disappoint. Shayna Baszler, she made a Raw Underground debut last week. Marina Sharf, she made her debut last night on Raw Underground, but my goodness. She don't disappoint. She don't disappoint now one bit. I can tell you that right now. And she may be showing up for SummerSlam, but we don't know what's going to happen at SummerSlam this Sunday. The WWE Network, that's going to be surprise news right there. I can tell you that much, but, says it all. So, once again, Marina Sharf, she debuted on Raw Underground. I knew they're going to be there. Justin McDuke was there. Marina Sharf, she just took out Brandy Lauren. Oh, my goodness. Marina Sharf, she can't be stopped. Not even Shayna Baszler nor Justin McDuke. Not even Ronda Rousey either, so bring us right there. You think Ronda Rousey could? So? My question is, could Ronda Rousey come back for Raw Underground? Could she really do that? That's something a lot of you guys want to know, and that's something a lot of people want to know for sure. So hopefully that could ensue. So I think I just wanted to see that, but it's surprising. I will say that for sure because Ronda Rousey will get some attention. So there really anything can happen there. So you gotta give her credit's due. You gotta give her credit's due for that. So surprised about that. Also, guys, Zelena Vega, she was caught on video poisoning Montez Ford before the Street Profits defend their Raw Tag Team titles at SummerSlam against Angel Garza and Andrade. So clearly, Zelena Vega, she did poison Montez Ford. It's uncalled for, just absolutely uncalled for. That's something you just can't do. To the fam, that is, by the way, you just can't do it. Bianca Belair knew it was Zelena Vega. Yeah, she knew it. She saw the video. Everyone saw the video, and it was Zelena Vega. So all you need to know right there, everybody. So, yeah, says it all. So that's all there is to it, and it does say it all. Never know what to make of that. So, yep, Zelena Vega, she did in fact, poison Angel. I'm sorry, she poisoned Montez Ford. All you need to know for that, everybody. All you need to know. Other news that Retribution, once again, they took over the production truck, by the way, last night on Monday Night Raw. My goodness. Equipment being destroyed and messing up the equipment. It's just uncalled for. Retribution, they need to be stopped. Both the Raw and SmackDown rosters, they got to contain these guys. This is just uncalled for. I think it's just safe to say that both rosters gonna be a highlight one of these days. That Retribution, that the Raw SmackDown rosters, they got to stand together to take out Retribution. It's what they need to do. So the Raw SmackDown rosters need to step up, stand together, take out Retribution. That's what they need to do. This just can't happen. It just can't happen. This is uncalled for. So this may seem pretty familiar though. You may probably see Santana Garrett or Jessica Maya. or probably Leon Gray, I guess. So none of the identities weren't even revealed. So that is a question right there. So what is their motive, and who is even behind retribution? Who is? And that's a question a lot of people are going to ask, and obviously just don't know who it's going to be. Tony's for sure. So I'm not sure who's behind it, and that's the question that's going to remain. But that's all there is to it. You need to know for now, and that's all there is to it for that, everybody. No more gonna say. So that's all there is to it. Well, that's gonna do it there for the club. That was also this, so guys, that I think what's his name, Drew Pearson, and sorry guys, Drew Pearson. Yeah, Drew Pearson, and let's see, what's his name? Yeah, Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson. These guys, they're gonna be Hall of Fame bound. By the way, Drew Pearson, along with Tom Flores, they are Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists. So congrats to them on that. And then a surprise, best news yet for 2021 Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congrats to them on that. So you gotta give a credit due to that. Gotta give it credit due. So that's all there is to it. And yeah, it's a lot right there. It's nothing more to it, by the way, everybody, on that. And others I want to point out, by the way, I want to address that Tim Smith, the man who plays Bailey, the LA Kings mascot, he has been suspended indefinitely and banned in the wake of the lawsuit from sexual harassment allegations by a female ICE crew member who goes by the alias Jane Doe. And basically, the Kings have suspended him for sure. They have indefinitely banned him from all team activities and team events, by the way. And the lawsuit was filed last week. And also just that the Jane Doe says that she says that Tim Smith was harassing her, had her released from the ICE crew. Also decided to touch her inappropriately and do all these things, but clearly there's no reason for any of it. It's just uncalled for. Just not right. Harassment should not be allowed. It should not be tolerated anywhere. I tell you that? So I think that this is the best move. So Tim Smith, the man who plays Bailey, the LA Kings mascot, he has been suspended and banned from all team activities until the investigation is ongoing, by the way. So that's all there is to it. And he has not been arrested or charged. Very clear of that. And that's all there is to it. And the female ice cream member who goes with the Elijah Jane Doe is complaining for sure, by the way, on that. So that's about this the issues. So that's all there is to it for that. And that's all there is be said there. So that's all there is you need to know. Ladies, that's going to do it there for the Club Table Sports World. Please be sure you like subscribe to the Club Table Sports World YouTube channel on Facebook by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, your tweets, your reaction, your thoughts on Gordon Hayward being out 4 weeks from a sprained ankle injury. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts about that. I'll just respond to that. Your thoughts on Marina Sharf, the Superman from Moldova, debuting on Raw Underground. Let me know about in the comment section. I'll just respond to that. Let me know if you think that Marina Sharf and Justin Duke should be next in line for the women's tag team titles. Let me know about in the comment section. I'll just respond to that. And do you guys still want to see WWE's Four Horsewomen versus MMA's Four Horsewomen as well? Let me know about in the comment section. I'll just respond to that for sure. But on that note right there, that's all you need to know. Your thoughts exactly on Kristaps Porzingis being ejected for a second technical foul, by the way, which is a ridiculous call. By the way, after the Clippers defeated the Mavericks 118-110. Let me know in the comments what's your response. I'll just respond to everybody on that note right there. Send your birthday wishes out to Everlast, to Edward Norton, Christian Slater, Andy Samberg, Lakery, Robert Clemente, and Pablo Sanchez. Send your birthday wishes out to them. Your birthday shows, your birthday tweet, your birthday thoughts. Please be sure you do so, everybody, on that note. So you need just for now. What are your thoughts on Ian Gabot and being suspended 3 games, and Chris Webber being suspended 1 game due to Gabot's actions, and also after Fernando Tatis Jr.'s grand slam? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on. Just response to everybody on that note right there. Your thoughts exactly on the 2 individuals by names of Ronald Washington. All right, Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr. being charged and indicted for the Jam Master Jay's murder. By the way, let me know what the consequence your thoughts are. I'll just respond to everybody on that note right there. I want to know what are your thoughts exactly on John Jones vacating the UFC lightweight title. Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to everybody on that note as well. Getting that title fight. Let me know about that in the comment section. Getting a heavyweight bout. Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to everybody on that as well. Your thoughts exactly on Reagan Howard going for the Sports Illustrated Magazine 2021. Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to everybody on that as well. Sure you do so. Your thoughts on Canelo Alvarez facing Avril Yildirim, by the way, for the super middleweight title. Let me know about the comment section. Just respond to what are your thoughts on Brian Ortega facing the Korean Zombie October 17th, the UFC fight. And let me know about the comment section. Who do you think is going to win that match? I'll just respond to everybody on that. Those are Dylan White facing Alexander Povetkin, WBC world title, by the way. Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to everybody on that as well. Let me be sure you send me comments on that as well. Who think's going to win it? I'll address and respond to that, everybody on that. That's all I need to know for sure, buddy. That's all that's being said there. And that's all there is you need to know. So, a little more to that. I'm on breaking news 3 times live with these development excellence, much which one the club of sports, all things sports related, everything you need to know. That's all I gotta say, guys. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.